Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips and here is our review of Netflix's You Season 3. Here we'll give you our spoiler-free rundown, our overall thoughts, and tell you if this series is worth the watch. Let's get started.
The main story of You Season 3 revolves around the story of Joe and Love's new suburban life in Madre Linda after the birth of their son, Henry. As these two murderous lovebirds try to adapt to this new lifestyle, their toxic behaviors start to seep through, causing the hidden truths of this idyllic neighborhood to show their ugly face. You returns to its salacious world with a new background, supporting cast, and added complications for this serial killer couple turned suburban parents. They try their hardest to fit in with the other upper-class young couples in California, but no amount of repression would stop their old behaviors from coming out once again. This, of course, comes to a head as both try to find a way out of this situation once and for all. Joe was always an intriguing character as we watched his backstory progress in his attempt to reason with his intentions being pure. But Love became the more intriguing character as time goes on. That's because Joe's situation was one note. He falls fast and becomes obsessed to the point of killing for someone, not because he loves them, but the idea of them. This becomes a very cyclical storytelling element that didn't become stale because his second love ended up throwing him a curveball by being a murderer herself and a pregnant one at that. However, Love is much more than that. Her choices may be impulsive, but also nuanced and meaningful, showing some calculation to the madness, and above all, she's loyal to those she actually loves. This can be seen through the story of Season 3, as both characters struggle in their ongoing marriage while dealing with external distractions. Joe's situation is one we've seen before and becomes increasingly predictable throughout the season, while Love becomes a bit more unhinged and unpredictable in a way that is needed to keep things interesting. As this happens, the perfect little town starts to unravel, showing how everyone around them is just as imperfect when stripped down. The harsh divide between the intrigue of these storylines falls on the storytelling of this season and the writing. It takes a while for the season to get going, with the first half feeling very exposition heavy and focused on setup, with a sprinkle of oh my god cliffhanger moments until finally everything comes to a head in the final few episodes. This type of storytelling works for streaming shows if they are watched in succession, but as one-off watches, many of them were underwhelming at best. You Season 3 is like a slow-cooked pie patiently baking in a suburban home without a set timer. The storylines are intriguing thanks to the broken characters and strong performances, but the first half of the season drags on with too much world building filling its overstuffed crust. Thankfully, not even a few misplaced digits can take away from the intensity of its inevitable conclusion, leading to a satisfying final taste. This season of You takes its serial stalker formula and gives it the Mr. and Mrs. Smith treatment, in a season that slowly dissects the fragile lives of the posh. So I'm going to say that Season 3 is worth the watch.
And that's our review of You Season 3. If you've seen this season, what did you think? Was it worth the watch? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips, and thanks for watching.